Have you ever fallen in love? I mean the kind that makes your heart race when you hear their voice, the kind that paints the world in softer colors and makes you believe God wrote your story himself. Love is sweet, sometimes too sweet. And Amara, a charming Nigerian girl with a smile that could light up a dark street in Surulere, believed in that sweetness with all her heart. She met Chike in her second year at the university. He wasn't the most handsome, but he had a kind of quiet confidence that drew her in, tall, lean, eyes full of dreams. He was struggling financially, barely surviving on stipends, but Amara saw potential. She saw tomorrow. At first, their friendship grew over borrowed textbooks and shared late-night noodles in the hostel. Chike would always say, "Amara, one day, I'll make it. I'll build you a house with a garden and a small chapel where we all say our vows." And she would laugh, hitting his shoulder playfully. "A beg, finish this your engineering project first before you start talking about house and chapel." Those days, they had nothing yet they had everything. She would help him type his assignments, iron his clothes before interviews, even send him small cash from her own savings when he was broke. When his laptop crashed before final year exams, she sold her phone to buy him another one. Her friends mocked her. "Amara, are you his mother or his helper? You're doing too much, oh." But she would smile and say, "Love is service. One day, he'll remember." And indeed, he did remember. For a while, after school, Amara worked at a small firm in Lagos while Chike struggled to get a job. She carried him like a vision in her prayers. Every night she'd kneel beside her bed whispering, "Lord, bless the work of Chike's hands. Lift him up. Let our dreams come true." When he finally landed a job in Abuja, she danced like a child. She even used her savings to pay part of his first rent. They talked about marriage, the ring, the white gown, the small but elegant wedding. And when Chike said, "Amara, you're my answered prayer," her eyes glistened with tears. But then, everything changed. It started subtly: shorter phone calls, delayed replies. When she asked, "Is everything okay?" he would say, "Amara, work is just hectic. You won't understand." Then one weekend, she traveled to Abuja unannounced to surprise him. The moment she knocked on his door and her best friend Ifeoma opened it wearing Chike's t-shirt, her world tilted. Ifeoma's face froze, then quickly softened. "Amara, I can explain." But Amara's eyes were already clouded with tears. She didn't need explanations. Her heart had already heard the truth before her ears did. Chike came out moments later, shirt half buttoned, voice trembling. "Amara, I didn't plan this. It just happened. It just happened," she repeated, laughing bitterly. "Chike, I gave you everything. My time, my savings, my heart. And you say it just happened?" He reached out to touch her, but she stepped back. "Don't. Please don't. Because if you touch me, I might forgive you, and I don't want to." That night, Amara took the night bus back to Lagos heartbroken, broken beyond words. Her tears blurred the highway lights, and for the first time, she understood what it meant for pain to have a heartbeat. The days that followed were slow, heavy, and empty. She stopped eating well. Her laughter became scarce. Music, even worship songs, reminded her of him. Her roommates noticed. "Amara, you need therapy, oh." But she would only smile weakly. "God is my therapist." And indeed, she turned to God not with eloquent prayers, but with raw tears. Each morning she'd whisper, "Lord, if you're really near, heal me." Healing, however, didn't come softly. It came with nights of anger, mornings of confusion, and afternoons of replaying the betrayal in her head. But slowly, very slowly, peace began to grow where pain once sat. She started journaling again, writing her feelings to God. She joined her church choir. One evening after rehearsal, her pastor said, "Amara, healing hurts before it helps. But when God heals you, you don't just survive. You shine." Months passed. Amara was no longer the girl who begged for someone's attention. She smiled again, genuinely this time. Then one Sunday, a new member joined the choir, Toby, a music producer with a soft voice and a heart that matched hers. He wasn't forceful. He didn't try to fill Chike's shoes. He simply walked beside her, at her pace. After one rehearsal, he said, "You sing like someone who has known both love and loss. She smiled faintly. I have. Then maybe you'll understand this. He said, I believe the right person doesn't complete you. They meet you when you're already whole. Something about his words lingered. Not flattery, just truth. They became friends first, no rush, no pressure. He'd text her Bible verses in the morning, check on her during busy days, and sit with her under the church mango tree after Sunday service. One day, she asked him, Toby, have you ever been heartbroken? He chuckled softly. Yes, but I learned that sometimes God breaks our hearts to save our souls. Her eyes welled up again, but this time, not from pain, but gratitude. A year later, as the choir sang Goodness of God during service, Amara closed her eyes. Memories of Chaik and Ifioma flashed before her, but so did the nights God held her close. The mornings she smiled again, the peace that returned. After service, Toby walked up to her and said, You know, Amara, healing looks beautiful on you. She laughed, that radiant kind of laugh that makes the sun jealous. And for the first time, she realized she wasn't waiting for love anymore. Love had already found her, not just in Toby, but in the arms of a God who had rewritten her story with grace. Moral of the story: sometimes heartbreak is not a curse, it's a classroom. You can give your all to the wrong person and still win because God uses pain as a bridge to your purpose. Amara lost Chaik, but she found herself. And through that, she found true love in God's time.